What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about a few ways that I've managed dealing with hair loss over the last year, and I want to say year in like 3 months, 4 months. So as people who've experienced hair loss may know, hair loss not only affects you physically, but it does affect you mentally and emotionally, and especially depending on how extreme your case is. For me, I was fortunate that, I still have hair on my head, and there was a lot of ways that I was able to hide what I was going through because of the fact that my hair is pretty thick and I have curly hair, but it still affected me nonetheless, especially in the very beginning. So I just want to talk about a few ways that I was able to manage that, and a few ways to help you cope with that if you're dealing with hair loss or someone you know is dealing with hair loss. So the first thing that I will say is, contrary to what people may feel comfortable with at first or may believe, I think that cutting your hair when you're experiencing hair loss is very helpful and important, right? So for me, when I first started losing my hair, it was extremely frustrating, and then the thought that came to my mind is just like, my hair is just gonna keep coming out and I'm not gonna have any hair left. But I found that consistently going to get haircuts, specifically like layered cuts, helped my hair regain its shape back and its bounce back. So as you guys may have seen on my Instagram, I pretty much document my whole journey. And when I first went through the frenzy of like losing my hair and whatever the heck else happened, because there was some other stuff that happened with my hair between like scalp dermatitis and other things, my hair would not even curl. It was like crimpy, it looked like it was like waving and it wanted to curl, but it just wouldn't. And so it was also super dry from the medicated shampoo that I was using for my scalp. And so cutting my hair really helped my hair gain its form back, specifically because I have curly hair. So if you're a person who has curly hair, I think that cutting your hair in layers is a great way to manage hair loss, because you won't be losing all of your hair. And on top of that, you'll be giving your hair body. So it'll give you the confidence to feel like you have a lot of hair, right? So if my hair, which I need a haircut right now, by the way, but my hair is in layers, it's just grown out layers. But the shorter that you cut your layers, the wider your hair gets, which also makes it more voluminous. So cutting your hair in layers gives your hair more body, which makes you feel like, you're not losing as much hair, or that you still have hair. So for me, it was very important to continue to get my curly haircuts, because I was kind of cutting off old, split ends and old hair, but I was also giving my hair body, which made it manageable as I went through this long process. Because when you go through hair loss, sometimes it'll last a few months and sometimes it'll last over a year, like in my case. So this made it more manageable for me. All right, I try to close the curtain a little bit so that the light isn't doing the most the way that it just was. But the second tip that I would give is to be intentional about what you put on and in your body, right? So when you're going through hair loss, you have to know that something is not right, right? There's some sort of imbalance, where there's like a hormonal imbalance, or maybe there's something happening topically on your scalp. Whatever the case is, apart from making sure that you go to the doctor to maybe get blood work or from them to assess you, you want to make sure that you are treating whatever it is you consume or you put on as medicine, right? So you should be eating foods that are going to cater to that. So eating salmon, foods with a lot of antioxidants, consuming hair vitamins, and putting on topical oils that are good for hair, like jojoba oil, ginger oil, like those kinds of things. You want to be really intentional about the products that you use, because ultimately what you consume and what you put on topically affects your hair. I can tell you guys that when I first started losing my hair, I work with brands and I work with them often. I work with a lot of different brands and I do a lot of campaign work. So when I first started losing my hair, for 6 months, I did not work with any brands. I halted everything. Brands would reach out to me and I would tell them, like, I'm sorry, but right now I'm not working with brands because of what I'm going through with my hair. It wouldn't be beneficial for me and it wouldn't be beneficial for you right now, right? So you have to know, like, if you're gonna use a product or if you're gonna use some sort of treatment for your hair, be consistent with whatever it is that you use so that you can know if this is working for your hair, and if it is, you want to be able to receive results by the consistent use. So As I've shared in previous videos, I've been using Mizani's Scalp Shampoo for like over a year now, to help treat my scalp, and it's been super helpful. You know, I can attest to how much it's helped with my irritation and stuff like that. But that's only because I've used this consistently, and I've pretty much just been using this shampoo, apart from like other times where I'll do different stuff, whether it's for campaigns or whatever. But I've been using this the most consistently, and so because of that, I've been able to see results in like my scalp and the way this affects my scalp. So you just want to be intentional. You have to change your diet. There's certain things that you want to consume that'll help your hair. I can't be honest and say that I have been using growth pills necessarily or anything like that consistently enough to contribute to the hair that I have now. But as I've shared before, I've been using this Camille Rose Superfoods supplement, and it has 60 supplements in it. I'm down to 3. So like, you know, I've been trying to do different things to help promote and encourage hair growth. You just want to put your hair in an environment or in an optimal situation where you can get the best results. The third thing that's been helpful for me has been to extend your wash and goes, right? But hear me out on this, because there's like a technique to this. So you don't want to wash your hair as much, because even when you wash your hair, you are manipulating your hair, right? When you detangle your hair, you're pulling on your hair, which causes hair loss, and seeing that during wash day can be really frustrating. So maybe normally if you wash your hair every week, maybe you'll want to wash your hair every 8 to 10 days. And that's just, you know, a way to, I think it's more of a way to relieve you emotionally and mentally, because you just see the hair loss less. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to hair loss, it's not like this hair needs to come out of my head because my hair is detangled. It continuously comes out. So if you can find ways to manipulate your hair less, it'll be more encouraging and you won't lose as much hair. For me, it was very helpful to extend my wash days, and also to manipulate my hair less, right? So this is like a twofold tip. So apart from washing, try to do hairstyles that are not as manipulative. So before losing my hair, I did passion twist, and I was like so in love with them, which is why it was so heartbreaking, because I really loved my passion twist. But it contributed to a lot of hair loss. Like when I took my passion twist out, I lost a lot of hair. So I haven't done a protective style since. No box braids, no twists, no nothing. I mean, I just recently straightened my hair, and even with that, I was so scared, y'all. I was like, my hair is gonna feel thinner, which it did. It felt thinner. Not as thin as I thought it was gonna feel, but I was able to tell the difference. However, with my hair straight, I wasn't really manipulating it. Like it was pretty much just straight, and it was easy to put my fingers through, and so it wasn't as detangled. So whether it's straightening your hair, I mean, I wouldn't recommend that per se, because that's heat, you're exposing your hair to heat, but like keeping your hair detangled, right? So whether that's putting your hair in a twist, maybe 2 twists, or putting your hair in a bun when it's already detangled, do things that will allow your hair to stay detangled and minimize manipulation. Because when it's time to comb out your hair, you're just gonna see a lot of hair strands coming out, and it's gonna be frustrating. It's gonna be super frustrating. That's my 3rd tip. And then I would say my 4th tip, which people don't want to hear it. And I know when I was going through like the beginning of this, I did not want to hear this, but the truth of the matter is you cannot stress about your hair, right? Especially if you're losing your hair because of telogen effluvium. Like stressing your hair is only going to make you lose more hair, and it's going to make this process feel a lot longer. Personally, I can't believe that it's been over a year. I think it's been like 18 months at this point. It might be like 15 months at this point. But that time flew. I remember when I was washing my hair in the shower, and I was like, you know, I had been watching YouTube videos about like, how long is this gonna take until my hair is back to normal? And people were like, you know, it takes anywhere from 9 months to 2 years. And I was like, 2 years? Like, I can't imagine going through this for 2 years. But when your mind is not on your hair all day, every single day, the time flies. You know, you find ways to cope with it, and it doesn't feel as bad as the very beginning. And I could tell y'all, like, if you look at my videos, I was down, guys. Apart from the fact that like this is my hair and I've never gone through anything like this, like I create content on natural hair. So for me, I was like, what am I gonna do? Like, you know, what am I gonna do? I can't make videos about my hair. Like, it was just a lot mentally and emotionally. And I felt like I betrayed my body, because it's like, what did you not do right? Like, you're a person who takes care of your hair. What did you not do right? But, you know, our bodies go through things, especially as women, we go through things that we won't always have a solid reasoning, right? That's what took me so long to make my update video, because I didn't really have the answers. People want to know, how's your hair growing back? How is this? I don't have solid answers. I've been letting my hair go through its course. So like, some days I'll call my best friend on FaceTime during wash day, and I'll be like, bruh, I'm so frustrated. Like, look at all this hair that I'm losing, right? And then other days I won't even think about it. I'll just wash my hair. But like, you can't get caught up on the fact that your hair is not the same, because you're gonna stress yourself out and you're just gonna lose more hair, or you're gonna make a decision, an irrational decision, and it's not gonna be good for your hair. So I know it's easier said than done, but that's why I wanted to make this video, because I think that there's different ways that you can manage coping with hair loss, whether it is cutting your hair in layers, whether it is changing your diet and your topical treatment, whether it is extending your wash days, you know, just doing different things that cater to the emotional, physical, and mental parts of hair loss. It is not easy. The time does not always fly, and there's a lot of frustrating days, but it's hair and it will grow back. And our bodies change often, and we just have to learn how to adapt and accept the change. What I will say I'm grateful for is, with having natural hair, it's not as visible to others. I still see the difference. I can currently see the difference in my hair now. I just, you know, my curls aren't as clumped. They're not as big. They're more spread out. You know, there's different ways I've had to learn how to style my hair so that it's still bigger. You know what I mean? Even if I don't have a full head of hair. But I'm grateful for the hair that I do have. You know, it could have been worse. I could have lost all my hair. You know, I could have had a really bad health condition. You know, it can be worse. It can be worse, y'all. So I know it's hard to hear that when you're going through it. I know, because I was watching YouTube videos crying, like, I can't believe that this happened to me, and but it gets better. I promise you, it gets better. And feel free to use the comment section as a place to, like, you know, give one another tips or share your experiences. Because I know when I shared my first hair loss update, I had so many comments in my video, and people were so encouraging. They were telling me, like, take blood tests, you know, go visit the doctor, or they were giving me different tips, and it just made me feel like I wasn't alone. And I think in these instances, you just want to feel like you're not the only one going through this, and you want to feel like you're going to get through it. So I'm just here to let you know that you're not the only one going through this, and you are going to get through on the other side, and it all is going to be well. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please comment below. This is a very, like, sensitive subject to me, so I just want to make sure that I'm, you know, I'm on par with giving you guys this information, and that you're receiving it well. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. I'll see you later. Bye.